Hello, top of the morning. This is Pigsy doing another video. How are you? So a bit of MGTOW. I think things are improving in my own life. I'm becoming more wealthier and healthier as well. That's the key goal. I mean, because the thing is with being MGTOW is you've got 100% of your resources you can invest in yourself, and then you'd also become aware there's a kind of do a car check. I'm gonna hit this bump. Wheels feel strange. Yeah, I've got 100% resources I can spend on myself, and there's a feminine kind of side, and then the masculine side. Like, I need to do this, and the feminine side. Well, we could be a bit creative. We could work on that, and you know, basically, you nurture your own relationship with yourself, and you sort of build that relationship, that kind of marriage of yourself. Like you love yourself, and you want to do better with yourself, and you know, these kind of things that boost your self-esteem. And even if you do move on to a relationship, you just want to remember that's there. It's very difficult because if you devote yourself fully to someone, then it puts that kind of, there's a recalibration of stuff, and it's to do with the oxytocin and brain and so on, which causes this kind of recoupling of your brain. But it really messes you up if it goes wrong. I understand it's to the preservation, survival, children, all these sorts of things, but it's a biological pain in the arse sometimes. So yeah, I'm doing all right. I did some microneedling, used a microneedling roller yesterday. I used about 2.5. I think less is more, and literally you can do with a less depth. You can do more rolls, really, and then you've got to use that. What do you do with that? So you want to give yourself a good clean, and what I did yesterday is I made a bath with sort of minerals and things in it to go into the skin. And I noticed vitamin C is quite good for the skin as well, but if you have a bath in it, it can also lighten your hair. I put sugar in there. It could be to do with the daylight as well, ultraviolet light, and the impact of yeah, they're there. Some bloke in the van's really slow. He's like, well, these female joggers are really nice. So there, I've just had a big sort of hot bath and stuff, and I need to just start doing stretches. What works the body as well. So there's the other part of the temple you've got to work on is your health. I don't seem to be eating like crazy. It's either 2 meals or 1 meal a day mainly. There may be some snacks creep in there. I've got to keep them fairly low. You know, if I've a cup of tea and someone's got some cookies or whatever, you just have a few of them. It's not the end of the world. The night time you've probably got to be a bit more stricter on. You don't want to be eating loads of stuff at night. But you might just want a sort of maintenance level of something really sort of low, just so you can get by the night and you're not going to wake up hungry. I've been taking colloidal gold, and I added that to my bath yesterday, and I think it's helped with my bowels as well, but it's also, you know, there's a kind of pros and cons with taking it. You're not going to suddenly, they always go about vivid dreams, clarity. They just read it off other people's labels and whack things on like that. You know, out of body experience. They just chuck a load of junk there because they want to sell the product they're making. They're desperate to do that, but they don't actually take it as much as they prescribing people should do, which is dangerous because you should be a practitioner of something before you're instructing other people on it. Otherwise, you get into dangerous ground where you kind of push things harder than they need to go, really. Impact of that, I keep waking up, quite regularly waking up in the night. I felt refreshed. I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning and went back to bed, and I had some interesting kind of dreams. It was sort of playing around in the mind, but it's not really potentially more vivid. Also, so when you have some messed up dreams, you can visualise them, and be like you can have vivid nightmares and stuff. You don't necessarily want that, but then you just deal with it. It's just like if you're in discomfort and you sleep, that discomfort manifests itself in the dream, and it's a warning sign really. So if somebody's having regular nightmares, there might be some warning sign in their body or something going on around them that your consciousness is trying to bring to your foreground and make you notice. Other MGTOW stuff, I mean, I saw a friend of somebody I liked, I fell out with in the past, and she just cut me these dirty looks. I haven't seen her for over a year, because we got the lockdown stuff, and also I was looking to see her. I was just chatting away in this store that she works in, which was somebody completely different with a face mask on. And then I noticed her peeping around a corner watching me, and then she started walking down. She stood there a bit, and she said this funny look at me, and I looked over at her, and then she went round a corner. But she seems to think that's got some power over me. I mean, at first it was an irritation, but now I see the funny side of that. It means I've got power over them. They don't like seeing me do well, so that's the other side, the flip side of the MGTOW, because that feeds back this kind of guilt, or if they're holding on to some emotional thing, or there's stuff that wasn't said that could have been said, you know, like I didn't like the way you behaved or whatever, but they bottled it up and now they've got to live with it. And for me, I've moved on and completely, it's just like, okay. It's just irritating. I mean, I think mulled over it last night in my head. But I should be lucky. I mean, my outcome could have been a lot worse. And this is where it's very dangerous when you, as a guy, invested into emotionally into a relationship. Some women as well. Because if you have been out of the loop for a while and you get into it and then it goes wrong, you find it really hard just to separate yourself from it. And I saw a nice comment. It said, wounds don't heal if you keep touching them. And I guess when you're emotionally upset, or you know, you've got whatever going on, that's why you need to have distraction, because while you're thinking on it, you're still connecting to it. But then you still need to work on it to heal it as well. You know, it's not like it's going to go away if you don't do any work around it. But it's just finding the right kind of work. Just work on building a relationship back up with yourself, feeling good about yourself. It takes a while because of the drug type addiction to your body has. Jeez, it's always a bloody car down there now. Could go in now. Let's turn around, I think. Just go anywhere, really. Go anywhere you like. Yeah. Oh, maybe I will go back there. Anything else I've got to do? I just don't know, I just got to mull over things, just enjoy life, get on with it. There's all this panic over the corona and stuff, and I could go there, but I'm going to go in front of this, other side of this van now. I think there's any other nuggets. No, I just transform my living environment. So I turn it into like the temple. The only problem is I'm going to attract people that might be so interested in me money-wise rather than who I am. So you need to keep them distance. And then also, what kind of a relationship would I want if I want to move on forward? I need something where I'm 100% in control of it, basically, which might mean seeking out someone. You want someone disadvantaged in some way. Maybe I date an older woman. I don't really want someone more successful necessarily. And you might not date people for looks either. I just want that stable thing. You've got to have to be attracted to them chemically. It's usually a good health is one of the main factors. They don't have to look bloody perfect, but they need to have stuff going on in their life that makes them interesting. Otherwise, you're propping them up. That's the problem if I date someone a lot younger who hasn't developed a life or interests. You've got to, she'd expect you to be providing more to get where she wants to be. So it's all about using your energy right. Anyway, this is Pixie signing off for the video. Have a great